As so many across Kansas mourn the death of Hays Police Sergeant Scott Hyman, we're also hearing from law enforcement, the very people who know the risk and know the danger of each shift, each call.
KAKE's Carolina Loera talked with one Kansas group reminding all in law enforcement they're not alone. Carolina?
Chris Dev, since June, 4 law enforcement officers in Kansas have died in the line of duty. With Sergeant Hyman's death last weekend on a call in Hays, the Kansas Peace Officers Association says all of this can impact an officer's mental health and peace of mind. Jeff Piper has been a law enforcement officer for 35 years and works for Mays Police.
It doesn't get any easier when we have an officer lost in line of duty.
Tuesday's procession to take Sergeant Scott Hyman back home to Hays for the final time has been all too common, with 4 officers who have died on the job since June. It is that bond formed every day when clocking in for another shift.
When you have something like this that occurs where you lose a comrade in arms that you work with on a daily basis to this type of tragedy, it just magnifies that.
Especially in Hays, where an entire city feels the sorrow.
Hays, this is their first line of duty death they've had in their history. So that is a very close-knit department. They're a smaller agency, they're not like Wichita. So every one of those officers feels that. And some feel it worse than others.
As we learn more about Sergeant Scott Hyman, he not only served for 9 years on the Hays Police Department, he was from Hays, only 32, a husband, a father to a young daughter and son. Piper wants all of us to remember, police are people too.
We are your neighbors. We are husbands, wives, sons, daughters, dads, moms, and we take on a profession that we all recognize that when we start our shift or the next call, it may be our last. All of us want to go home at the end of our shift.
Piper says during difficult times like these, support is what everyone needs.
It really means a lot to us when the community has an outpouring of love and support for us, because we need that as much as anybody else who loves or who loses a family member.
Piper says he encourages officers struggling to ask for help. We'll have a link available to resources at kake.com. In studio, Carolina Loera, KAKE News on your side.